Hey guys, we are in the midst of what I would call an extreme makeover here in the greenhouse right now. As you can see, all the cucumber vines are gone, the vortex beans are gone. Before I get to the raised beds and start working on them, a couple of things I want to draw your attention to. These are Asian Yardlong Beans. A lady named Gospel Truth sent me. I had a hard time getting them started. I think they really prefer a much warmer situation than what I had in here. But they're not quite a yard long. I've measured some of them, they're 26, 28 inches. So what I'm gonna do is just get these things and get them dried out, save me some seed, and I'll start it again. This is what I'm gonna be amending the soil with, the fertilizer options that I'm gonna use to take care of the NPK and some of the micro stuff. Right in the middle is a bag of cottonseed meal. That's a good source of nitrogen. It'll be a slow release. Take about 2 cups for this size bed right here. On the right side, we got a bag of bone meal. That's a good source of my phosphorus. It's a little bit stronger, so it only takes about 1/4 pound to take care of a 25 square foot bed. The little red cup in the lower right is some wood ash. That's a good source of potash. I found that out from experience. I put a little bit of wood ash in a couple of tomatoes that I started back in January, and when the rest of the tomatoes kind of just looked terrible, I noticed these two still look nice and green. So that wood ash definitely made a difference. So we're going to put some wood ash in here. And on the left hand side is Azomite. That's a good source of the calcium, magnesium, and also a little bit more potash. All of this stuff should be kind of slow release, maybe except for the wood ash. So I'm going to get it blended in. We're going to put some horse manure compost in this and also mix in some leaves and try to build basically like a living, breathing organism right here. So what I do is try to put this in here pretty evenly, best I can. This is the Azomite right here and the cottonseed meal. We're going to take the shovel and blend this all in. A little bit of bone meal. It's like being in the kitchen again, mixing up all these ingredients. And a little bit of wood ash. I don't want to go crazy with that. I'm not real sure exactly how hot that is. So we'll stop right there. We're going to sprinkle a few leaves on here. And some of that good old horse manure compost. Y'all know I can't be planting if I don't put some of this on it. And as Donald said, if 1 is good, 2 got to be better. So we'll put 2 buckets of that compost on there. Now it's just a matter of getting it all mixed up real good. We'll get it all turned under. See if we can't make something to grow a pepper in. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 5 peppers in this bed right here. I'm going to start right here with a datil. That's a pretty darn hot pepper. There's one of them scorpions, Trinidad scorpion. That's some sure enough heat. This right here, the orange habanero. Then we're going to put a Aconcagua, which is supposed to make a pepper about yay long. I think that is a sweet pepper. And we got an Anaheim, one of those New Mex peppers. So we're going to put all 5 of these in this bed right here. Real quick, just going to dig me a hole down in this nice soft dirt now. Look at that. That is nice to be able to dig down that far. Just to make sure she gets off to a good start, I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple more scoops of that compost. Mix it around real good. That's a pretty pepper plant right there. You would never know just how hot it was going to be. And what I'm going to do, I got plenty of growth coming out right here at the ground level. So I'm going to try to keep this thing even with the ground. We'll just ruffle up the roots a little bit. And then backfill around it real good. And to make it a little bit easier on the watering process, you kind of create a little well around it. So when you water it, it stays right here and it won't be running off the side of the bed. This orange habanero right here, when it gets loaded down, that bright orange in contrast with the green, that's a beautiful pepper. Just dig me a nice hole right there. Scoop a little bit of this Miracle Grow in it. That's the name they should have given to the horse manure. That's what they ought to be calling the Miracle Grow. It's some good stuff. Looking at this stuff up close, you can see how broken down it is. It's nothing like horse manure anymore as far as what you would see in great big piles. You see the worms growing inside this right here? See all the little worms? That is some good stuff right there. Folks, just look at this soil right here. Look at that. You can take it and put your hands down in there like that. Man, that is some nice stuff. Folks, that's a nice looking bed right there. 5 different varieties of peppers in there. I got the 2 that I think will grow the tallest here on the inside, give them more room to go up vertical. But there's something missing from this picture right here. I got an idea what I can do to spruce it up a little bit. Now that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Got some flowers in there. And I don't know if this is going to work, but y'all know most ladies like flowers. So if I put flowers in here and it looks like the flowers are getting droopy, you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to come out here and water these flowers. And when they water the flowers, they're probably going to water the peppers too. That plan just might work. But I'm just kidding. My wife, she has a ton of stuff on her plate. All I had to do was ask her and she'd be glad to come out here and do most anything in the world in the greenhouse. But I think that looks pretty good right there. But there's still something missing. I think I got it now. Went and got me a couple of buckets of that aged wood chips I got outside. This stuff been piled up for 3-4 years. Some the fella brought me last year. Put that on there and use it as a mulch. Keep the sun from sucking the moisture out of the ground. And make it so the roots will stay a little bit cooler, especially during the summertime when it does get so hot in here. I'm sure y'all were thinking with me planting all them tomatoes outside and trying to come up with a way to get my wife to come in here and do all this watering and stuff, y'all probably thinking that boy trying to get himself killed. I know that's what you're thinking. But no, we got a pretty good relationship. After 20-some years of marriage, we do all right together. She knows I'm just kidding around anyway. But I think this is going to work out pretty good right here. It looks pretty, and from my experience, anytime I have ever seen anybody's garden and it was just pleasing to the eye, it was a healthy garden, it was a productive garden, and you could tell that somebody was taking care of it. So if all goes according to plan, these peppers should produce quite well in here between now and the end of the year. They got a long time to grow, so plenty of time to make some nice big bell peppers. So y'all take care. Lord willing and the wife don't kill me, I'll see y'all next time.